Hey there, I'm your host, the Bread Pirate, and today we're going over what your favorite Zelda game says about you. Now starring Zeldom. Zeldom!
Was that my cue?
Yeah, it was.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy from Zeldom.
Thanks for coming onto the show, Andy. This video is only part 1, so make sure to check out part 2 of this episode on Zeldom's channel right after. Remember, I respond to every comment, and everything we say in this video is absolutely, without question, 100% accurate. No sarcasm attached. Now let's begin. You do not need any hand-holding, and you think linearity is for chumps. You are a masochist. Just kidding. If you haven't tried them already, you would enjoy Dark Souls and Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. You love the fact that it's impossible to get lost in this game. You also still own your Game & Watch, but it's broken or needs batteries.
You lost the watch years ago and wish you could find another one, just for the nostalgia. If you were born a decade later, then you would have loved the Pokewalker. This was your first traumatic experience with Kukos. In general, you've argued countless times about why A Link to the Past is better than Ocarina. Let's be honest, if this was your first game, Marin was your fantasy crush. If you played it later on in life, she's a current fantasy crush. The game is a dream for a reason.
You like these games for the memes. You're also a fan of the TV series. Okay, this was unironically terrible. Even the developers hated this game.
Hey Bread, we're not supposed to be hating here.
Have you seen this game?
Never mind, this game sucks.
Ironically, original copies of this game are insanely expensive to get your hands on, so if you own this game, then you have way too much money.
You enjoy spicing things up a bit, while staying in familiar territory. You can't believe they haven't ported this over to the Virtual Console, but you have no idea what the BS stands for. You're the Breath of the Wild lovers of the 90s. You have water PTSD, either from the Water Temple or Jabu Jabu's belly. Take your pick. You like creepy? Every time you have a deadline, you hear this in the back of your head.
Yeah, so me and Andy, we don't know a lot about the Oracle games, so we reached out to my arch rival, Nayru, who agreed to help us out.
Hello. How very kind of my arch rival Bread to stoop to the level of letting me on his channel, let alone to talk about some of my favorite Zelda games.
Nayru does speculation and analysis of the Zelda series on his channel, so check that out. Well, if you don't mind associating with a Subrosian, that is. Gosh darn Subrosians.
If Oracle of Seasons is your favorite game, it's at least partially because of how wonderful Subrosia is, and how cute the Subrosians are.
Do not listen to him!
And you also have a crush on Din. If Oracle of Ages is your favorite game, you probably complain about how easy the dungeons are in newer Zelda games, and older Zelda games for that matter, and you also have a crush on Varen. If you consider the games your favorite only when they're linked together with the password system, you probably get annoyed when people treat the two Oracle games like Pokemon titles. Just because they were released together doesn't mean they're the same. Gosh. Also, you have a crush on Faeror. Back to you, Bread.
Ocarina of Time, but hardcore! You treat this game as the ultimate free-for-all. Also, you destroyed a lot of friendships playing this game. You constantly praise Wind Waker for having timeless graphics, while subtly insulting Twilight Princess for aging poorly. Plus, the Dragon Roost Island theme gives you a dopamine rush. But more importantly than either of those things, you are a huge fan of the Wind Waker series we have on this channel. Wink wink. Remember, it's a lot of fun to stab the red subscribe button. Try it. I'm doing it right now. Well, okay, preface, do not do it if it's great. Don't try that. Thanks again to Zeldom for helping out with this video.
Thanks for having me on.
You can check out part 2 of this collaboration by clicking here. And that'll warp you to Zeldom's channel, where we're gonna be covering all the games starting from Four Swords all the way to Breath of the Wild 2. Until I see you next time, have fun storming the castle. Bye.
Bye.
Also, thank you PaperSonic for being our ideas department.